live
What? No, we're not.
in front of a studio audience.
Phil, please don't say that.
It's the Bandees 2023.
What is up, guys? Well, Phil, I asked you to dress formally. Like, every time we plan something like this, it's the Bills jersey. You're actually wearing the Bills stuff again somehow. I asked you to dress formally. What are you doing?
That's what you said. You said dress formally. I dressed formally as formally from the Halloween special. Like I dressed formally as I was.
Are you saying formerly? I said formally.
Formally, yeah. Like a prom?
You really don't get what I'm saying, do you?
No, like I was formally wearing this, and now I'm wearing this. So I'm wearing this.
Welcome to the very first ever Bandees 2023. What are we talking about? We're talking about over 100 bands getting awards, getting big old shout outs from us. If you're in the Niagara region and you're in a band, you are most likely getting mentioned here. So stick around. Welcome. We are so happy to be able to go over just countless bands today, over 100. I don't know the exact amount, and just give shout outs to the stuff that we love so much. So consider this the biggest episode of Locals Only ever. Everyone's getting very tailored awards as much as we can. We're having fun with it. This isn't competitive. This is a big family, Ontario music, and so we're gonna have fun with it. We hope you have fun checking it out. Please like and subscribe if you haven't yet somehow. This is going to take a hell of a lot of effort from us, but we're happy to do it. We're happy to compile the list of the best, your official Ontario music cheat sheet. This is the penultimate 2023 year-end list of shit that we love.
Folks, make sure you stick around to the end. Tyler and I have some favorite releases that we are going to put together and mention, so make sure you stick around for that.
If we missed you, just in case, we do want to apologize. Again, this is a list of over 100, so just in case someone is watching and they're like, you did miss me, Phil. We do apologize in advance. So, guys, we are going to begin by moving through a big shout out of a bunch of honorable mentions here. Tailoring over 100 awards is tough, and we were unable to be that creative. We're sorry. Maybe we'll hire a writing team next year. But these are bands we just wanted to make sure that we didn't leave out of our year-end list. So these are our honorable mentions of the Bandees 2023. There's a lot. Philly, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
100% Pure, BFD, Shingen,
Bad Bet, Shutaway, Best Wishes,
Seventh Dose, Phantom Limb, Falls for the Elderly,
The Wake, Burnt Knives, Vile Decree,
Jennifer, Union Sons, The 49th Parallel,
Mo Killed by Cool, Panic Response, Polluted,
Big School, Wolfang Fist, Pew, Pew, Pew,
The Maysides, Psychic Void, Soul Thief,
I See Aura, Beguiler,
Albert Hoffman's Peace Project, World's Grasp.
Those are the honorable mentions of the show. You all released a ton of great music. We love you guys. Being an honorable mention means nothing less or more than anything on this show. We are just trying to find a creative way to talk about all of you. So thank you for releasing fire music, and stick around for the rest of the show and see how this all comes out.
Let's go! Scariest sounding release of the year goes to Sunnyside.
Sunnyside are the heaviest guys in the game. I saw them with Monk, and it was horrifying. It's a scary experience indeed. So shout out to those guys. Shout out to Sunnyside. Thank you for making us all feel very, very uneasy.
All right, next award we have is for the Posy Cut of the Year. This one goes out to getting all the homies on the track, getting everybody on there, cramming every single person on there, making sure they've got some sort of feature.
The Posy Cut of the year goes out to Cohesion. Cohesion put out just an absolute banger of a track. Every time I hear Jake on a track, it's he just stops and starts stealing the show from everybody. Do Flame and Dear God going back and forth on this one. We need more Cohesion in our lives. Hopefully those 2 songs that came out are just, just a little appetizer until we can get more from them. And yeah, that's our Posy Cut of the year. The next band is going to be the Hamilton's best, possibly only true, just noisy power violence band. A genre that is just near and dear to both of our hearts. We both grew up on Weekend Nachos and just the grimiest of the grimiest. So we are going to give props to Hamilton's only power violence band,
Cease. That's for Hamilton's only power violence band. Shout out Cease, you guys killed it. The release sounds unreal. Shout outs. Keep doing what you're doing.
A great album art on that one too. Almost got best album art.
The next award that we have is called the Don't Call It a Comeback Award. Now this goes to bands that are making an impact, but they've been around the block for a minute there.
The Don't Call It a Comeback Award is going to Zero. Another band I got the pleasure to see with Monk, tore it up, sounded great. Yeah, good to see them hopping back. Didn't think it was going to happen, but hardcore is alive and well again. So, the award for the best band name. And if you've paid attention to the show and listened to me talk about this band every time we talk about them, this band, I don't know whether it's a one-band project or not. I can't remember how we've gone about this. I've been doing a lot of thinking since this list came out. My point is, the best band name of the year, Phil, why don't you let the people know?
Best band name award goes to Chilldozer. Come on.
Chilldozer is the best band name. It is undeniable. We love it. We love you. I don't know why I said that. That's a weird thing to say.
Next award we have is for the biggest signing of the year. Now this goes out to the band that's worked so hard and paid off. And they made such a huge accomplishment this year. This was massive.
Yeah, the biggest signing of the year. If you've been paying attention to the music scene, you know what this is. This is Teeth signing with Nuclear Blast Records. Even for legacy musicians like Blake and Chris, this blew my mind. This is such a massive signing. So congratulations to them, and congratulations, Chris. He's becoming a dad soon. One of my favorite awards we're giving out is the band most worthy of an I Survived a Blank show. And you know what? There's a lot of bands from around here that are worthy of that title, but I don't think anyone is going to argue with the band that we say.
Band most worthy of an I Survived a Blank show obviously goes to Spirit of Vengeance. You guys are terrifying and scary live, and keep the violence coming, I guess.
Yeah, they would have kicked the shit out of us if we didn't give them the award. So
the next award that we have lined up is for the Metalcore Mammoths. Now this is going out to a band that have been working hard. They are passionate, but they're massive giants in their own genre. This is crazy.
The Metalcore Mammoths of the year are Single Wound. Drop the knife last night, I'm fearing for so long now. That Whisper in the Wind song sounds like Misery Signals, and that is how you get into my heart. So the best up and coming band, a band that has just taken off like a bat out of hell, shot out of a cannon, all the little analogies we use.
This year's Best Up-and-Coming Band Award goes to Sown. You guys deserve it. I think I saw one of your first shows. This is incredible. I can't wait to see what this band has in store for the rest of the year. And I can only imagine big things are coming soon with this band. This next award is the best Canadian-based non-Canadian band. This goes out to bands that are based in Canada, but they don't necessarily spend their time in Canada. They've got members elsewhere. Chilldozer came really close with Joel being in Australia, but their name is just a little bit better.
Best Canadian-based non-Canadian band surely goes to Monk.
Focus on the breath.
Now, obviously, I had the pleasure of seeing Monk at Monk, and it was pretty good, Phil. And I got to meet Frank. Check out our interview with him if you haven't yet. So, an award that is very clearly going to be near and dear to my heart. Anyone who knows me knows that I like a little chugga chugga. And the best chugging riffs was a hard choice. But once again, I think that it's kind of undisputable once we announce the winner. So the best chugging riffs?
Big Rig. You guys killed it. That demo is like just full of so many chugging riffs, and we're chugging all along. Next award we have goes to the most pissed off band of the year. Now, this goes out to bands that have just been sounding so angry and just pissed off in all their songs, especially with the vocals and lyrics coming across.
The most pissed off band of the year is Endus. Most pessimistic band, if you want to call it that. Just an angry sounding force to be reckoned with. Phil, we recently discovered our band for our next award, which is the best first song release. A band that just comes out and you hear that first song and you're like, how can this be their first song? And we've said that quite a few times on this show in the last year, but I don't think we've ever truly felt it the way we felt with the next award.
No, this best first song released award goes to Pathfinder. That brand new single that they put out with the music video, I think it smashed harder than the meteor smashing into Earth and killing all the dinosaurs. It smashed harder than that. Next award we have is the Leveled Up Award. This award goes out to a band that we have seen improve over the time that we have covered them in this short year, this fast, quick year that has gone by so quickly.
We are very, very happy to say the Leveled Up Award is going to our boys in Ascension Blacklist. Every song that comes out, there just seems to be a different dynamic. The Halloween song, again, was like an Infant Annihilator song. There's sweeps in it. It's crazy. There's these really talented guys, and they're the type of band that makes me genuinely excited to hear what's coming next. So, Phil, who do I think is the best hardcore vocals?
Has to go to Street Justice.
We are forced to live in operating solely on exploitation. The ruling class exploit labor for laughable way. Laborers who can only put that money back in the pockets of the rich.
It has to go to Mike. It's not even close. I'm sorry. I might be biased. I am biased. I love his vocal tone. Most pissed off vocals in hardcore, period. And certainly best hardcore vocals that I've heard this year recorded.
This next award we're giving out is for the band who is about to make it big next. And I think this band is definitely deserving of this award, 100%.
Yeah, the band that we think is about to just absolutely pop off is Rust. Face Down was an absolutely crazy lead track to, I believe, an EP that's coming out. Hey, so listen up here, bloke. So out in old London, London's got something in the water in it. And so we giving everyone in London a specific awards, mate. And London's heaviest band. Tell them who it is, Phil.
London's heaviest band has to go to Losing Sight. They're just crushing it. Their single that they just put out, There Will Be Blood. They're constantly upping themselves. I love Losing Sight. Shout out to you guys. This next award goes out to the best mosh call that's happened, and I think it's fairly obvious. Without a doubt, hands down.
It's Myland FCHC. I just hear that in my head all the time. It's like it gets stuck in my head, dude. Like yeah, it played. You heard it, and once you hear it, it's in there forever. So you're welcome. So, one of my favorite releases of the year, absolute joyous surprise for me. Got to see this artist live, and it was not even at all what I was expecting in a great way. This is the best genre blending.
The best award for best genre blending goes out to Dear God. Now, this band is constantly breaking barriers and smashing down borders, and just making so much weird, cool, innovative music that's very refreshing to hear. Shout out to Dear God. Your full release that you just put out is like, it's incredible. The next award that we have lined up goes to for the best production.
Yes, and this award has to go to Good For Nothing.
Cash on the daily, cash on the daily, cash on the daily, cash on the daily.
Yeah, as much as Good For Nothing is an incredible rapper, I really, really have always been in love with their production. I genuinely think they're on like a JPEG Mafia level of experimental production, but arguably even a little cleaner sounding, a little less distorted. Very, very, very creative person. If you're into any form of experimental rap, please check out Good For Nothing. So, another award that is so near and dear to my heart. I know it's near and dear to your heart. This is my earworm stuff. This is the stuff I live for. This is the best two-stepping riffs, and I think we can all agree where they came from this year.
This year's best two-stepping riff award goes to Gavel.
Will you get back to that?
Are you kidding me? They're
my
always putting out the best two-step riffs. I mean, the name is Gavel for a reason, because those two steps hit you like harder than a hammer. Next, speaking of riffs, next award that we have lined up goes for the best Caveman riffs. Now, those are the riffs that we're talking on, the ones, the twos, the opens, straight up riffs that you think a caveman would be able to write himself.
The best Caveman riffs of the year have to go to Built on Blood.
Reaper coming for you now!
My God, that guitar tone is thicker than a bag of bricks. It's crazy. Can't listen to it without, haymakering in the street. Haymakering right in the streets, Phil. People look at me like I'm crazy when I'm out there listening to Built on Blood. So, a band that also basically just came out, shot out of a freaking cannon, buddy. This is the band that made the biggest first splash in the scene this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this biggest first splash award goes to Fight on Sight. This band is just constantly making waves of themselves, playing so many cool shows and putting out so many cool tunes. I feel like they're becoming a well-known name within the Steel City hardcore scene. Shout out to Fight on Sight. Next award we have lined up, we have the best country release. Now, that's saying quite a bit, because Bandecdotes doesn't really cover a whole lot in this genre. So I guess in our defense, we're kind of biased with the handful of people that we have listened to. But that being said,
the best country release that we heard this year has to go to David Allen James.
I quit drinking the day I pushed you away by the side of the stage to bask in a crowd's embrace.
Oh my God, what a beautiful, eclectic album.
Mm-hmm.
Great singer-songwriter stuff. He just seems like a great person in general. So something I kind of harp on about this on this show quite a bit, the mixing and the mastering. Who was in there? Who either did it themselves or sent off their music to get it all dialed up? Who's throwing what? Who's getting dodgeball-y tones? Who's sounding the best mixed and the best mastered? A lot of music, again, shocking amounts of just pristine quality that we've heard. But I think this was for sure the best that we got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough one to give out. But the best mixing and mastering award goes to Pneumonia Breath. shout out to you folks. That EP is incredible. I mean, it sounds so good. It sounds like that was one of the biggest things that we complimented while reviewing that EP. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Next award that we have lined up goes to another subcategory that we have on this list. Just as much as London has their own subcategory, Montreal, we think, deserves its own subcategory because there's so many cool bands coming out of Montreal. Now, this one goes out to the best Montreal hardcore band. It was tough to pick.
The best Montreal hardcore band is undoubtedly Offside.
Back to the States! Back to the States!
My God, pissed, two steps, breakdowns, everything you want. They brought the whole charcuterie of mosh, and we are here for it. The next award is going out to a band that just sounds wild. They're just a crazy sounding band. You never know what you're gonna get here. This is Montreal's best beatdown band.
Yeah, I think without a doubt, hands down, the best Montreal beatdown band goes to No Hope for Mankind.
The guns speak, everyone listen.
You guys destroyed it with the Building the Violence EP. I mean, it's just so incredible sounding. I think you're in a lane of your own, even inside of beatdown. So shout out to you. All right, the next award we have is called the Sun Eater Best Metal Tone. And if you know what that means, you know what's up. But if you don't, Joe for a Cowboy iconically has a record called Sun Eater where the bass tone on it is just so clean. And it just kind of changed all sorts of bass tones and kind of just bass in general for deathcore and death metal in general. So this is the Sun Eater Best Metal Bass Tone Award.
And this award is going to Cryophilic. My God, the Frozen Death Boys. Just a crazy bass tone. I recently saw a video of their bassist playing like a 9-string bass or something. It's absolutely absurd. It was fretless. The goats. And so, speaking of techie death that we loved, this is the best techie deathy album that we loved of the year.
Yeah, no, I think this is, without a doubt, hands goes down to best tech death of the year, to Mold. I mean, that record was incredible, and you guys leveled up with such a different sound. You guys were really more in a death metal lane, and you kind of upped yourself in a tech death manner.
Almost proggy.
The next award that we have lined up is for the Land Back Hardcore of the Year. So this is obviously for Indigenous folks and all the hardcore that they play. And this is there's a handful of bands in this category.
The Land Back Hardcore of the Year is Pot of Greed.
The rest of the world is full, but not me.
I loved that EP that they drop. It is so angry. It is so piss sounding. I love the cover. I love everything about this band. Just shout out Pot of Greed. All right, guys. So the next award we have is a pretty prestigious award here. Pretty important one. Not tongue-in-cheek or borderline insulting at all. Though this is the award for the best Chats cover band.
Yeah, the best Chats cover band easily goes to Chub.
They sound like the Chats, so if you like the Chats, you might like Chub, or you could just listen to the Chats.
All right, the next award that we have lined up is for Rose City's Heaviest Band of the Year. Now, Rose City has a couple awards in this list.
I'm trying to hold them up, Phil. They're so heavy.
Oh.
Yeah, the Rose City Volcano Pizza Heaviest Band of the Year is Mind Swell. Oh Oh my god, angry, dark, deathy, heavy. We love Mindswell. Shout out Mindswell. Speaking of the Rose City, what about the Rose City Gang Anthem of the Year? What would that be, Phil?
Oh, I think that would easily go to Us Alike. I mean, it's got the Mindswell folks, it's got the Skycar Fire folks. I mean, it is an incredible. It was almost up there with the Posse track of the year, but this is easily deserves something of its own. The Rose City Gang Anthem of the Year award. They easily won it. It was hands down. This next award that we have lined up also goes to some of the Rose City homies. Now, this is the best harsh/clean vocal layering award. Who do you think it goes to?
Oh, it obviously goes to Sky Cop Fire.
Never always felt so wasted. When everyone is screaming, they're walking away.
You got Chico, you got Stevie, you got them doing stuff at the same time, and it is pretty in my old ear holes, and I really, really appreciate it. Love those guys. Yeah. So, we are taking a trip back to the 90s. Everything's still terrible, but people are wearing flannel more, I guess. And we decided to dig up the best grunge song of the year. If you pay attention to the scene, I think you know where this is going.
Right on. Yes, the best grunge song of the year has to go out to Redco. Chris is a hardworking individual, constantly making really cool and catchy songs. And I think this is well-deserved Best Grunge Song of the Year. Next award we have lined up is for the Best Alt-Rock Song of the Year. Now, this goes to some of the hardest working musicians in the scene.
The Best Alt-Rock Song of the Year is going out to Neon Cowboy with Shoplifter.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard enough.
Shout out them for writing a song that reminds me of Thrice now that I've listened to it more, and I love Thrice, and I love new folky rocky Thrice. So the Garden City Violence Award, the award for a band that makes you want to commit violence here in the Garden City.
I love the award name. I love this, and I think it hands down goes to Over It. You guys are making disgusting power violence. You guys are the Garden City homies. Garden City Violence Award obviously goes to you guys. Over It. You guys have been killing it, quite literally. The next award we have goes to the best dick jokes of the year. Now, there's a lot of these bands that we've been covering. I mean,
There's a lot to pick from.
I think every band has at least one dick joke in their song, or at least every band that we've covered so far. But this has to go to, who does it go to?
Yeah, no, the best dick jokes of the year are going to the Gumshots, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming in your pussy, gave that bitch a hysterectomy. Now, baby girl, why does it hurt when I pee, yo?
The Tricky Dick and the Pyramid Shtick is chock full of penis references and cum and Drake disses and even a little bit of us, your boys. So the heaviest indie rock release. Yeah, that's right. I told you we'd be doing weird stuff like that. But guess what? This will make sense as soon as you hear it. This is the indie rock song that just has that edge, that borderline mosh sort of riffing to it.
Yeah, this goes to Telepathic Love. Now, that single was so cool. It had its very own edge to it. It was shoegaze, but it had core elements. This was super cool. Easily the heaviest indie rock release of the year. The next award that we have lined up is the Grossest Release. This was the most disgusting sounding. Over It nearly got it, but this band just came in just a little bit more disgusting. This sounds like it came from the sewers. Pennywise didn't want anything to do with it. That's how gross it was.
The grossest release of the year is Lice. Man, even the name, they know what they're doing. This EP is just full of static and just various inhuman vocals and just fuzz and power violence. The best punk metal crossover. Now, that might sound slightly redundant in a world of hardcore and stuff like that, but certain bands, are a little bit better at riding this line and almost borderline separating it into two genres on their own EP. A band that can, not only do hardcore, which is punk and metal at the same time, but do punk and metal on the same EP.
Yeah, this is Northern Hit Squad.
There's a fella lying in flow, getting drunk and catching cases.
They had the best punk metal crossover. It flowed so naturally. They sounded like Suicidal Tendencies at times. They sounded like Bury Your Dead at times. They just made it flow so perfectly. The next award we have is the Pure Chaos Award. The Pure Chaos Award goes to the person who is just absolutely insane, putting it together, kind of like organized chaos, but it's still very disorganized at the end of the day.
The Pure Chaos Award is going to Phantom Lung. The Abhorrent Entity series. Wow, indeed. The way the pinches cut through, it's crazy. It's like taking again, I think I described this to you before. It's like when you would go to those festivals where there would be two bands playing different stages. It's like you're standing directly between the Black Dahlia murder and Rings of Saturn. So the best doom metal band. Who's dooming the best? Who do we think is dooming the best, Phil?
Oh man, it's gotta be Ethereal too. Those folks are putting out so many cool tunes with the doom element and the hardcore element. I mean, how could we not include them in this list? And how could they not win the best doom metal band of the year? Come on. The next award we have lined up is for another London band. Now, this is for London's most chaotic band.
Has got to be Oldway. Oldway came through with just a relentless assault of an EP or a demo. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think Oldway 3, I think it was called.
Yeah.
So, a genre so near and dear to our hearts as well. Something we've been harping on about this show, probably on every single video you've seen in one way or another. We are talking the best MySpace core.
Yeah, this band could easily be on my page, and they would be my profile song. This goes to Chorus.
See you at the ring, bitch. Here, let's center eyes. Start a bench brawl, 'cause
you guys had the best throwback sound, and I think you guys really nailed it. Shout outs to you. Now, this next award is for the best album artwork, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but we're really excited about this one. There were so many cool imagery and album art being posted, and it was a really tough decision. But the best album artwork goes to.
The best album artwork is going to Eli Wells.
think it's funny, yeah, do this.
The music that I got attacked to. Let's freaking go. I want a poster of this. I want to get this on vinyl just to have it. I love this record. Very eclectic, singer-songwriter, tongue-in-cheek Americana sort of thing. Really, check this out if you haven't. So, wading through the swamp, walking through all that filthy sludge, and you're trying to get through, but it's all sticky, and you sink in, and you're gonna die. The sludgiest release of the year.
The sludgiest release of the year goes to Absorb. They put out was such a sludgy tune. It was so sludgy. I was stuck.
This is a band I want to sit down at the saloon with and poke some cow poke or whatever. Okay, the best outlaw release of the year, Phil. What is it? Get me out of here.
This is Ransom Child.
I gotta run, I gotta find a way out.
They just destroyed it with their most outlaw anthems. I mean, this was great. I mean, we were poking cows all day to this tune. The next award we have lined up is the Best Movie Character Award. A lot of really cool band names on this list, and some of them are named after movie characters and pop culture, but this one's specifically a movie character.
Yeah, so the Best Movie Character Award goes to Gordon Bombay. Hey, take that off the screen. Take that off the screen. I want to make it very clear. This goes to the movie character, Gordon Bombay, and not the band Gordon Bombay, who are excellent, folky, pop punky when they want to be, misery, singer-songwriter, fun rock band. They're really a great band, and you should check them out, but they are not the winners of this award. This is going to Gordon Bombay, the fictional character.
Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Estevez, and we actually have him in studio, and he's going to come accept his award right now. So, Emilio.
Come on in. Come on.
He what?
Come on. He's shy. He doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it unless he gets
don't
paid.
pressure him. Don't pressure him. Oh, wait a minute. Oi, it's me, and I'm real sad, eh? I've been getting real bummed out a lot about me queen dying and whatnots. And I've been listening to sad bands, eh? And and London's saddest band. Why don't you tell them? It's always goes Jamaican. I don't know what's going on.
London's saddest band has to go to Bob Calloway's Vanity Project.
And if I'm dying in the slow parts, when do we get to the good part?
This is so sad. This made me go and check myself. I had to go and talk to a therapist after I heard this release. I hope everyone in the band is doing just okay. Oi, next to all we have, bruv, is for London's best indie band.
Yeah, oi. The London's best indie band is Pro Wrestling, the band, innit? Yeah, I loved that little wine track that they put out. Very tongue-in-cheek, gave me Big Misser vibes, which is, always one of my favorite things. Now, we still feeling a little bit sad, bruv. Because we're back here in London, and we're talking about the best emo band. And London's best emo band is...
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
That's not what I sound like. I'm British.
London's best emo band has to go to Midwest Man.
Not stressed, but I can't say another word. You're dressed like the silence that is gonna hurt. If looks you can't let be another man down. I heard you're gonna put me in the ground.
You killed it. You made it on my album of the year list. Fantastic release. Everybody stop what you're doing and definitely go check that tune out. Now we're going to best new band name. Now this was great. This was a hard one to pick, but this one goes out to a band that just came out on the scene and has one of the best names.
Yeah, the best new band name of the year is Clobber. Clobber's crazy, very self-aware, fight mosh music. The best pop rock release, pop with a capital P, a capital O, a capital P. Who do it be?
This has to go to All Fairness.
It's not my fault that I don't have time. One step back, too far behind.
You guys killed it. You have the best pop rock release of the year. All right, the next award that we have lined up is for the best acoustic track.
It has to go to Working Class Moms.
And I try to remember who I was last September.
Yeah, shout out Working Class Moms. This is an act that I genuinely like. I'm very excited to hear what they have coming because it's unlike most things that we listen to on this show, and it's fantastic. We are here to tell you who Durham Region's heaviest band is, probably the lowest tuned band on earth.
Yeah, Durham's heaviest band is Seagrave. Some of the lowest tuned music I've ever heard in my life. So shout out to Seagrave.
Their guitar strings must look like pool noodles.
Yeah. All right, the next award we have lined up is for the best noise rock. Best noise rock, making fuzzy noise with the pedals, just abrasive, but still keeping it upbeat and catchy.
Yeah, this could have honestly been best use of effects pedal, quite frankly. But best noise rock song that we heard this year has to go to Strange Limbs. Yeah, with that little creature on the front too, which you blasted nostalgia back into my head. This was a great track. Love the vocal tone, and again, yeah, that effects pedal is working overtime. It is a member of the band. This is the best multi-vocal layering project. This is the type of thing where it's not just necessarily that two people are singing at the same time, but they have vocal arrangements around each other. Think Blink-182's Feeling This. Think Emery from back in the day, or Taking Back Sunday does it a lot. And you know who else does it really well?
Fern Sully. Yes, they won the best multi-vocal layering project. This is crazy. I mean, they're just doing so many cool things with their voices and the layering effect. I really like this project. All right, the next award we have lined up is just simple. It's as simple as math. So it's the best mathcore. And that's just for the bands that are making some of the most mind-blowing riffs that the riffs sound like they've been divided and multiplied and then exponented and find the X. You get what's going on here.
Yeah, the best mathcore record that we heard this year has to go to Scuzz with that Ted Kaczynski EP. Love it. I love the edge of break tone. I love everything about it. It's so heavy without relying on, again, just dropping the tuning and cranking the distortion on a 5150. The best hardcore punk. Now, what do we mean when we say that? We mean exactly what it sounds like. Hardcore punk. Think the late 80s, think the early 90s, think Black Flag, think Gorilla Biscuits, and think this band as well.
Yeah, this has to go to our Omelette Punks in Bad Egg. So yeah, you're always crushing it like a dozen of eggs.
Like a dozen of eggs.
All right, the next awards that we have lined up are for the punk veterans. This is for the folks who have been around the block just playing music, who've been playing punks and alternative music for like decades.
This is Melt Away with their Dandelion EP that came out. Stellar release. It's like hard rock, Silverchair, gazy punk. Shout out Melt Away. You guys really delivered on this. It's clear that these guys have been playing for a very long time, and it from back from the snips forward, it all shows. Phil, this was the biggest and best surprise of the year. This came out of absolutely nowhere for me and very easily became one of my favorite releases of the year. I think you're sharing the same sentiments. What was the biggest surprise of the year?
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't even know this band was a band anymore. This one goes out to Exalt. Biggest biggest surprise of the year with their EP. I mean, I love it. This band hasn't done much since before the pandemic, and it's good to see that they're still kicking and alive. So we love to hear that and see that. The next award that we have lined up is for the best bounce riffs. Now, this is for the most fucking head nodding, like jaw dropping, neck snapping riffs that you can think of. Yeah, I think this one easily took the cake.
The best bounce riffs go to Clockwise. My God, easily becoming one of my favorite bands from Toronto, maybe one of my favorite bands, period. So fun. I cannot wait. And they mentioned that they do have a song coming with Jake from Mile End. So let's fucking go. We couldn't help but add in the Mouth of the South Award, a band just bringing back that beautiful, just heavy Southern hardcore that we got in the early 2000s, and actually sort of refining it in a way that makes it sound fresh and brand new. This ain't no Maylene. This is violent sounding Southern riffs.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart would be very happy. This is good depression with the Mouth of the South Award. Shout out to you, always making cool tunes, but making innovative and interesting genre blends with the Southern metalcore and just like a current modern hardcore blend. It's great. Next award we have lined up is for the Deathcore Champions. This is for the juggernauts that are in this lane, the Deathcore Champions who are just destroying everything and, how you like to put it, make buildings collapse with their music.
Yeah, the Deathcore Champions of the year are Cruel Intent. They were just on the last local release and we got to catch their newest track, Rotten Agony, and it is insane. These guys are the champions of all things deathcore. So, the best Quebecois hardcore band.
Don't try. They put out a really cool EP. I think it was Shoe Knife. Yeah, and best Quebec hardcore. This was just absolutely incredible. I love this EP. Best release name of the year. This easily goes to...
Yeah, no, the best release name of the year is To The Bone with The Bone Zone.
Years of the state. Let me
Are you kidding? That's funny as hell, and it doesn't hurt that the music goes absolutely crazy as well. A shout out and a salute to our soldiers out there who do everything for themselves. When I say everything for themselves, I mean every instrument, the mixing, the mastering, shooting your music video, editing your music video, doing your own marketing. This is the one-man band of the year, or person of the year. One-man person of the year.
This goes up to Strict Month, Kevin Fournier. You are doing it so well. We see you, we hear you. You're putting a lot of effort in, and you deserve this award wholeheartedly. You're the best one-man band of this genre, of this area. Give it up to Kevin Fournier with his project, Strict Month. Check out the music videos that he is shooting and editing himself. Check out all the tunes that he is playing. He's kind of doing like a whole Jeff Rosenstock thing where he's just doing everything. So, yeah, definitely check that out. Next award we have lined up goes for the best metalcore song of the year. This is one that caught on. It was super catchy. I think a lot of people checked this tune out. Super catchy. I think it made it on my Spotify.
The best metalcore song of the year is going to the boys in the Northern with Usurper. That song makes me want to change my name to Kyle and start punching drywall. It's really, really good. I really like it. So it's been a little lonely around the old house since I lost the real recognized real crew. It turns out they were clockwise. But before they left, I did run a few releases by them, and I was like, what is the most real recognizes real release of the year? What's that real gangsta shit?
Mm-hmm. And they sent me the test results to that, and let me
great.
just pull that up really quick. Yes,
Thank
the
you.
most recognized real release of the year goes to a band called Rockpile.
NC beatdown style, no time to switch places when we taking your chains as your shoelaces.
Without a doubt, come on, are you kidding me? That EP is incredible. This band is incredible. They really know what they're doing with this genre. I think if anyone is a fan of, Tsunami, Drain, things that are like very self-aware hardcore, there's no reason you wouldn't like Rockpile, spelled Rockpyle. Now, shout out to you guys. Next award we have lined up goes for the best metal vocals. This is for like who's the dude from Lorna Shore? The guy that sounds like that, Alex Terrible.
Yeah, the best metal vocals that we heard this year has to go to Salem Trials. Thierry is a monster. Check out his YouTube channel and watch him do like his runs of Immolation. Oh my God, Becky, look at that music video. This is, without a doubt, the funniest music videos we had the pleasure of watching all year. If you watch our channel and you don't know, I'm mad at you.
The best music videos we saw this year has to go to Doghouse Rose. They were the best. We had such a good time watching Jacob's Sweater. I think we watched another one after that. We had such a blast watching all of their music videos. The next award we have lined up for you is for the best thrash riffing. This one was tough because there's a lot of thrash riffing happening in Ontario.
Oh yeah, the best thrash riffing? That was coming from Plague. That was absolutely coming from Plague. Go back and check out that EP if you haven't checked it out. Just crazy. Just such a perfect blend of thrash and then giving you a little two-step in it, a little breakdown in it.
In 2013, Timmer stopped me when I was at a Warped Tour, and he was wearing a hat of this band, and he goes, "This band is going to be the next biggest thing," and that's the Dirty Nell. You are working hard. You are making really cool poppy music with like hardcore infused riffs, with the craziest tone. Come on, catchiest guitar riffs. Shout out to you.
Free Reign to Passion ruled. Thank you so much for the catchy riffs. I gobble them up. I go, and they go into my little belly.
Best instrumental LP. There's not too many bands making instrumental music, so I guess it really wasn't too hard to pick. But this band doesn't just deserve it because they're one of the only ones doing it. They truly deserve it because of the innovative sounds and genre blending that they're doing.
Yeah, this was a super interesting release. This is J.O. It's progressive, it's heavy, it's ambient, it's ethereal, it's everything. It's everything. Phil has put me on to the idea of calling certain bands hard death. I think it makes sense. These are death metal bands where it is basically being played by hardcore dudes and you hear it in the grooves. And the best hard death record of the year
goes to Bone Bear. I mean, you guys are destructive. Those vocals are insane. Those riffs are insane. I really like this release that you guys did. This was incredible. Shout out to Bone Bear. The next release we have lined up is for the best girl power record. This is coming out of Montreal, and I think this release kind of swept us both off our feet. We fell in love with how tongue-in-cheek a lot of these tunes were.
The best girl power record, if you've been paying attention, I'm sure you know, it's got to go to No Girl. Let's Do Drugs slaps. The song that we watched, Where My Girl's At, absolute bop. And then I went into the record thinking most of it was going to be like that, and I fell in love with the second half of this record that had these more eclectic songs. Montreal has a great and long-lasting relationship with thrash and metal in general. The French just love metal. The best Montreal thrash band is going to be a mighty one. They're going to have the best riffs, the best licks, the best pinches. They're going to have solos. And most importantly, they're going to be a fun-ass time. Who is that band?
Scaramanga.
All night on the body on the brink of criminality.
They killed it. I mean, come on. This was just so incredible. We love to hear it. They have easily the best Montreal thrash. It's incredible. The next award that we have lined up is for the best trip gaze release. This is for the shoegaze, kind of like trippy, spacey. There are instrumental elements, but there's still singing involved. They're kind of buried, kind of like my Bloody Valentine-esque like worship. Yeah.
The best trip gaze release this year has to go out to the Mushroom Valley Collective.
Let me show you where I'm going.
My gosh, very eclectic sounds coming from these guys. They seem to just kind of do whatever they want. They are they are not interested in genres or anything like that. They are just making music. It almost reminds me of the Beatles in terms of just doing whatever you want. You know what I mean? So a word, a term, a phrase that we like to throw around on this channel is Metalcore. It is bands that are basically hardcore bands, but they're actually Metallica. And a lot of bands do it great, but one band this year did it the best.
Yeah, and that band was Skullgate. They absolutely crushed it. Yeah, I mean, come on. They had some of that acoustic work done in that EP. And such a cool band name. I love that, Skullgate. Next award we have lined up goes to the saddest release in general. Now, this is just for the tear jerkers. This one's for the feels, the emo vibes.
This has to be the EP we got from 1,000 Times Goodnight.
Say goodnight and hold me tight. I think you'll leave, I know you might.
It's just so truly convincing in its emotional tone. It's really, really there. It's really good. It's a captivating release. Just sad this is the saddest release in the best way possible. This next award is kind of a convoluted one because of the amount of genres that we cover on this show, I would say. This is an artist that probably it would have been my record or my local release of the year if it hadn't been for the one I chose. I just sort of respect the most in terms of what they've created. Mm-hmm. So we decided the best way to maybe explain that was to give this best instrumental arrangements. I would say best song arrangements in general.
Yeah, this is Sleepy Jean.
Well,
we could even call it best songwriter. I mean, like this is just, these songs are just so well written. Like the passion is very clearly in there. They take you on a trip. It's a journey. It's very musical. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Yeah, can't say any more good things about Sleepy G.
We are getting into the bottom, guys. We are getting into the stuff. This is the top 5. We are going to give you our singles of the year, our releases of the year, and then we came together to choose an official. We sat there, we debated for hours, we were screaming at each other, we got into fist fights. I flew out to New Brunswick to physically fight Phill over this, but we have narrowed down this top 5 for you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around for this whole show. If you have, that's incredible of you. Let's get right into it. My single of the year. The song I thought was the best song. Probably a song I could just listen to indefinitely. My single of the year is going to Welcome to Hell by Just Right. This whole EP is phenomenal. But Welcome to Hell just takes the cake. It is the slice of cake that has like the icing character in the middle, and that's the slice of cake you want. It's like it's the middle slice of pizza. It's the best middle slice in a party pizza. It's phenomenal. The fucking second half of that song, I could just listen to it on an infinite loop. Perfect. Fucking hell yeah. Shout out Just Right.
Yeah, now that, don't get me wrong, Just Right in that single is a really good single, and it's definitely up there. But this single swept me off my feet. I had never heard of this band. I believe this was a band that you put them on, so I actually didn't even, I just had no idea of them. This one was to Give My Remains to Broadway, and their single, Pool Shark.
Saw you in a passing car. Made me wanna say what's up. It's hard, cold beer in a parking lot. I take space on my one day off. I'm at work, everything I want. Usually I'm trying to play that off, 'cause it's what you want. You said that's what you want. So
this is easily one of the most catchiest songs. I had it on repeat and repeat and repeat, and it just kept going. And honestly, such a good tune. I love this track. Shout outs to Give My Remains to Broadway and their single Pool Shark.
Now let's get into the big ones. These ain't no singles. Who put together entire bodies of work and did the best of the best? We named a lot of really, really good EPs on the way down here. We're 100 bands in. Let's go. My local release of the year. The fact that you haven't heard their band name yet is probably a big indicator of what's coming. And it is undeniable that I have to give it to Reality Denied's EP that came out. Comes with a price.
Comes with a price.
That album artwork probably could have won Best Album Artwork too. It looked like a fucking Ramirez cover. My God. Reality Denied are just the funnest band in the world. Every single song on here goes so hard. Nothing But Hate has my favorite riff I've ever heard. The dun 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 dun. It's just fucking great. everything about this band, the delivery from Connor, but knowing that there's a self-awareness to it all, they are just a scary, perfect, heavy band. This is a perfect EP. This EP is blowing up. Everyone loves it. And guess what? We love it too. Shout out Reality Denied. You guys put out the best release I heard. It was close. There was a lot of great music this year, but my God, Reality Denied is just, I think we can all agree this is a special band, and shout out you guys.
Yeah, that being said, my local release of the year actually was my all-time album of the year. I played this record relentlessly. It was in my earworm all year, and I've now since associated with it just kind of this year in general, 2023, the year that my son was born. And I'm always going to look back on this year and kind of fondly remember this record. This has to go to the Bandees and Single Mothers with their record Boy. This is a fantastic record. I have to get my hands on a physical copy of it. I love this record. I didn't think I would love a Single Mothers record in this year. That kind of just said, that's kind of a dig at them because they've been around for so long. But truthfully, I fell in love with this record, and I can't believe we're here. We made it, guys. We did it.
Yeah, you put me onto this record, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's an absolute great choice. And guys, we have one award left, and that award is the Bandecdotes Best Album of the Year. Mm-hmm. This is us coming to an agreement that this is something special, something amazing, something that came out of nowhere, something that meant a lot to Phill, and I'm going to let him gush about it in a sec, and a record that reminded me of like earlier bands that I really loved and actually helped change my perspective. What is the Bandecdotes Best Album of 2023, Phill?
This goes to Millspec. Record that you put out this year was an incredible marathon. I loved it. I have a physical copy. I don't want to dig it out. The baby's sleeping. But listen, we love this record. I think the album art is super cool. It was a surprise. It actually hits a lot of the awards that we gave out today. So honestly, this was some of the best hardcore. I am super proud that these folks are from the area. It's great to see. And I also put on a really good show live. So if you ever get a chance to see Millspec live, definitely do that because they kill it. And honestly, I'm just so happy to see this. This was great. Fantastic.
And guys, after a long, treacherous path, after a big old list, that is the Bandecdotes Bandees 2023. If you are here hearing my voice at the end of this video, and it's not just because you're Millspec and I know you're watching and you skipped to the end to see if you won Best Album because you knew you did, thank you so much. Thank you for watching what is basically what we're trying to make like Niagara's like music award show on YouTube by us. I don't know. I think this scene is amazing. Doing this show has completely reinvigorated my love for underground hardcore. I listened to so much more heavy music. Before I started doing this, I was basically just listening to rap again. And I've caught up, and I just feel so inundated with the scene. I love this scene, and we wanted to do our best to just give like a good shout out to as many hardworking bands as we possibly could. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. Thank you to all the bands who keep putting out, cranking out great music. And yeah, you got words to say?
We had a great year this year. Fantastic. A lot of things changed for me in my personal year. A lot of things changed personally for myself this year. But hey, here we are, and we're so glad to be doing this. Tyler, I want to take the time and actually thank you for coming on the channel and breathing some life into this. Kind of taking the wheel and kind of driving this machine together. I really appreciate it. Appreciate all the people that got us this far. We have 500 subs. I think we're at 510 maybe now. I can't remember. But thank you if you've watched a video of ours, if you've clicked like, if you've done anything that has remotely supported us. Thank you so much, folks. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. I want to take the time as well to thank you for having me on this. I remember sending you a message probably like November 2022 and saying like we should do like just a one-off or couple-off podcast where we just talk about Alexis on Fire's discography, and now we've made like 100 YouTube videos together. So this is super cool. I'm happy to be here. Bandecdotes for life, baby. We ain't going nowhere. We'll get tattooed when we can figure it out. Thank you to everyone who's watched this channel, and yeah, way more to come in 2024. Let's go.